It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, a good one to kick off the year on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. 41-yard line. Ready? They'll run, and this is Quinshawn Judkins. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. 48-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. Good throw, out wide. It's caught. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Brings up 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Judkins. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. Turnover on downs.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 1. In motion, it's Odunze. Now man traded away after 7 years as a Bengal. It's Joe Mixon. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd and 10.
52, black, down. Yellow, 22.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 22
60 red. 10 cycles.
Pittsburgh.
Fight, 97.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
On the ready. Watch out. Drill green. Red, 38. Pause red. Red, cycle. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Brings up 2nd and inches.
Shot, 17.
16-yard line.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Wright. And he's in. Jalen Wright. Touchdown Steelers. Now the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Yeah, we're going to do it. Come back to. Viking, 18. 79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the move left. And this will be incomplete.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage and falls incomplete. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's complete. And it is back up. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
from the 50. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Houston.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
That ties the game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready.
A shotgun handoff to right. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Down. 52 points. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Blue. Here we go. Here we go. Trail green. Black. 95. 33 rail.
On the ground. This is right. Room to run inside the 40. And he will score. Jalen Wright. Touchdown Steelers. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
County Lions. 2. 18 Cardinal. 18 Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play there for the Bengals. 36 yards.
Bronco and Warriors. 70. 19 Lions. Ready.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one complete right side. So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5.
65.
On the handoff, Judkins. And he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Come on. Set.
Quickly, he hits Loveland on the RPO. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
That's another
Touching,
Bengals
18.
first down.
Cowboy
First
80.
and goal at the 5-yard line.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready,
They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
19 Tigers.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
Now,
second and
faking the give. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is Max Crosby taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught right side by Beckham. And he will score! Touchdown, Bengals. The extra point is good. And the Bengals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready. 52 Glasgow. Here we go. Set.
On first down, a run for right. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here. 1st and 10.
Strike. Right. Blue strike. 22 meters.
Handoff here. Up the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. A gain there of 20. That's a Steeler first down.
Set. Ready. 33. Yellow. Set.
They'll run with Mixon. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set. Hut. 60 red. Red. Claws red. Trouble. 38. Hey.
In motion, it's Odunze.
Smash. Black Ultra. Go pink. Set. Hut.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
Hut.
And it's 3rd down.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
18. Here we go, here we go. Back to 6, trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to air this one out. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
22-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick, 60 back, Warrior, 70. Go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got Loveland, free left side. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Craig and I, back from Houston in a moment. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Come on, 60 Vikings.
This one into the hands of Beckham. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Pretty good throw there by the 4th-round pick. It is a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver, they get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
70. Hawk 70.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's a debut for the ages, paying immediate dividends. 3 touchdowns in the season opener. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They run again with Wright. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
33, yellow. Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room up the sideline to the 20. He is out of bounds. He's going to mark him at the 24-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Moving to his right. Going up top and looking for Flowers.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Strike, yellow, blue, strike. Set, hut, set.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw. Again, working deep downfield. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked up by Nick Cross. The Bengals will call out the field goal unit. This will be a 38-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Bengals get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Good snap, good hold, really good operation by the specialist. Gives this offense the lead right before the halftime break. Now the question will be, can they build on this as they try to close this game out as we look forward to the second half?
At their own 35-yard line.
Right, 97.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Duvernay on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. As he gets it up past the 30, they'll mark him at the 32.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ready?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get about 5.
36 on the carry. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 50, green. 10 cycles. Hey,
They'll send Flowers in motion.
Set.
A give here to Wright. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Back on the ground and back to Wright.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
45, White. Ready.
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
22 needle. Hut.
On 3rd down, they go with right. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
That's another Steelers 1st down. A gain of 14.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Here's a screen coming for Wade. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Head up. This is right. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take it back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher.
Okay, ready?
So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9.
95.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
It's 4th down.
He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there. But it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Shot. 17. Cut.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Now a give up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's a design run. And he will score again. Jalen Wright. Touchdown Steelers. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1.
Makes the score.
And make it a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the 2nd half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It covers 51 yards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Charger, 19 Chargers. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther.
Off play action. That is Myles Garrett working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track. For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and that's going to bring up third and real long.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Now or never, they'll throw it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On the give, it's right. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Shot, 17.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now this looks like a design run. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Putting the tight end in motion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A carry here for Wright. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
Fight, 97. 12, 10. 43 rails. Hut.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Black 40, set.
A shotgun handoff to Wright. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Black shot. Steal.
shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to...
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, on second and long. They'll drop to throw. Flushed to his left. He keeps it himself. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 45 yards. Here we go. First and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Steelers 28.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Duvernay on the return. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here's first and 10.
Set, ready. Ready.
They'll run. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
17.
Here comes second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Back to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Ready.
They'll run here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
On the ready.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Right. Here we go. Here. Hut.
They'll stick to the ground. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Ready. Ready.
Brings up third down and 9.
Come on. Set. Watch out. Track.
They'll keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's fourth down.
On the double.
Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's fourth down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, you're trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on down.
Cougar 19. Go.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They move to 1-0.